go for Vivian again because after going through her page, she's not from Misiluku. She's from the same town as. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible. You're audible.
From the same town as Edifix, and that's not Misiluku. And this underscores the problem literally. You don't know where you are from, and you're so bold saying Aniomas should be under Igbo. Like, this underscores the problem you are having right now. So please, 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 please go back to your elders and learn from them. Thank you very much, Vivian.
But Oforishe, like when I invited you for this space, I know, as I said, you are a member of PDP. So I was just interested in knowing the conversation that went on amongst PDP people, being that
pushing him because they want to annex land in Delta North.
Engineer, let me tell you, that Ned man is a selfish man. Let me give it to you. You see, the man wants to be governor by all means.
Did you hear that? Now that's a conversation between young people. And from their conversation, you could easily hear it loud and clear, the divide and rule that exists in Nigeria. And most of the time, this is more pronounced in the generations of Nigerians that were actually born in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Unfortunately, they are older now. One of them is repeating one thing on TikTok before my time run out on that video, that audio you listened to. And that person who is also still listening, he said, the Igbos needs to mend their way. No minority group will follow them. So I didn't want to go for him right away. So what I did, I was like, could you please tell me that thing about the Igbos? And he came back to say, the Igbos are too greedy. The Igbos, that is why nobody wants to follow them. I'm like, well, can we all kind of drop all this BS, all this nonsense? It's so getting old now, okay? From those of us who have been following events pretty much, right? The Igbos, they want to leave Nigeria. There are Igbos that want to still stay in Nigeria to see what they can gain or grasp from it. But you see these two categories of Igbos. The first category are the criminal politicians, like you have them in your own place too, right? They still want to have their own taste or bite of whatever is left of Nigeria, okay? Then you have the citizens, them and their supporters. Then you have the citizens who are already dying, asking for Nigeria to just give them a referendum so that these two groups can actually meet and sort it out. The Igbos can meet those who want to stay and those who want to leave. They will sort themselves out in a referendum. And Yorubas, Hausas, and the rest of us who are non-Igbos, right? We will never be part of that decision. So it is from that decision that you will know if you are a minority or majority, Abi. If you are those who wanted it or you don't want it, no be so. That is what Nigeria doesn't want to happen. And it is understandable why. But if you now say it is the greed of the Igbos, that is why nobody wants to have anything to do with them. That sounded more like the same bigoted line of Tiknumbu's supporters. They bigoted Yorubas. They bigoted Abobakus. Those who are calling their fellow Yorubas Somoale for not supporting a drug dealer. So that line seems like their line, because I don't know how the greed of the Igbos destroyed Nigerian Naira. I don't know how the greed of the Igbos, escalated terrorism in Nigeria. I do not know how the selfishness of the Igbos escalated the corruption in Nigeria, the poverty in Nigeria. I mean, if I have seen that, maybe I would probably agree that the Igbos need to mend their way now. The Igbos, they've not been those in charge of, you have the names of all those who are destroying Nigerians and Nigeria lives there. So that line of the Igbos must, then he says something about bros, it's like you have never dealt with the Igbos. Recently, I said, well, you are not different from the same retarded Igbos, bigoted Igbos. Probably they have one experience or two with one Yorubas or two, then and automatically the rest of us are the same. So if some of you are so that kind of like daft, then it's a lot. I mean, it is a lost battle to try to want to see if we can bring some of you back from this mental destruction, the divide and rule. Some of you actually enjoys it. The Igbos need to bend their way. The Fulani Hausas, right? They've ruled Nigeria for 47 years. The Yorubas, the Jaws, they have ruled Nigeria for nearly 16 or so years now. Okay? Yorubas and the Jaws, Hausas and Fulanis combined have ruled or ruined Nigeria, destroyed Nigeria in 64 years. But you know something? The Igbos need to mend their way. The Igbos need to do better. Okay? They are the ones that has to do better. So when you repeat that kind of a thing, you are not different from your fellow Igbo bigots. Okay? They too, that will kind of look at us and say, the Yorubas are this. You see, this is why I don't trust all the Yorubas. The Yorubas are betrayers, and you are not different. And there's pretty much nothing we can do to actually save you, people like yourselves. But the reality here is this. We know those who are dividing and destroying Nigeria, looting and then ruining Nigeria. And all of them, they come from all of our tribes, including the Igbos and Yorubas, and from every other tribe like that. So if you are one of those who still feel cool pointing fingers and makes you feel better, I may not be able to help you better. Sure you get. But if it makes you feel better, that's good. Okay? So if there are those who are supposed to mend their way, for example, now, many times I have proven it on this platform, okay, to say it is very foolish of you to stand up and think because somebody comes from your tribe or somebody is from your religion, okay? And then when they started going, when they have fingered out as part of those who are perpetuating evil, and then suddenly you feel like it's an attack on you, you must be very foolish. It's like people saying that every now and then, I mean, I've seen some foolish people, right? I've really seen some very, very foolish people, okay? Who come out and said, can't you see that all these Igbo people always attack Tinubu? As a Yoruba man, we cannot always let them attack Tinubu. That's an attack on Yoruba people. I'm like, oh, tell me about it, me darling. So if I say Tipnumbu, that means that I'm attacking Yoruba. And as a Yoruba man, that's not right. Hey, Yahweh. Beti wa Yahweh. She gba asylum law. She gba bitotin test opolo law. Telo gba wosan. If in this day and time, you are angry because somebody is telling you exactly how Tipnumbu and his gang, they are destroying you, destroying your life, even without touching you. And what you can pick out of it is that I cannot let them always, you don't know that that's what they always do. They cannot do this to a Yoruba man. What is shape for him? I swear, or etiya wirima, or sir. Unfortunately, etiwa unfortunate too. Because the real people that are victims of the bad governance, you see the Yorubas there, Abi, and they are not getting anything special. The same shege, they are serving them. And right now you are upset that somebody is calling Tipnumbu out. You are angry because you are a Yoruba. Unfortunately, you take you know. Unfortunately, if they are saying something about Buhari, if it's an attack on the North, we know that these people don't like the North. That's why they are attacking Buhari. Damboro Babansa, Shenge Bansa. Alaye Epeti Jae. Call your neighbor to go Yoba. Epelon Jae. It was under Bokuari that children, women, they were dying, being kidnapped, sold as sex slaves. But you are upset Because the Yoruba man is talking about Buhari, because it's because the Yorubas don't like the Hausas, they don't like Fulanis. Really? I have seen that many times. And to some of them, the way to fight back is to kind of say something horrible. You people are, you know, just to make themselves feel good. You are saying horrible things to yourselves because of those criminals. That's a shame. It's a shame. If there are those who should mend their way. Me, I believe now that Bokuwari did not represent Northern Nigeria, nor did he represent any Muslims, right? I 100% believe as well, and I know and I have the proof, okay, that Tifnumbu doesn't represent the Yorubas, and it doesn't have any connection with the Muslims. So if you're a Yoruba man or a Muslim, and you are feeling offended because somebody says something about Tifnumbu, enjoy your moment of madness, okay? Because after all of that, reality will set in. And when that reality sets in, you realize that Tifnumbu don't give a shit about you. Like Bokwari didn't give a damn about you in the north. He came, he saw, and he buried many of you. Right now, he's there like an effigy. You are still battling with what he did. Tifnumbu won't be president forever. Which means the damages, including those of you who are the damaged good, damaged people under Bokwari, the damage continues. Just like the shege continues. Nobody is wishing Tifnumbu evil than Tifnumbu himself. You won't fix Nigeria, you rig election with hundreds of billions of naira. You can't get the power, can't appoint thieves, praise singers, as leakers, as ministers. Those ones also appointed as leakers, praise singers, as PSSAs. They can't feed all of now with propaganda. Propaganda le wanje. But the way to do it, na propaganda, na vibes, and inshallah. Then because they have nothing to give to you, they turned it around and said, you don't wish Nigeria well. Some Olori Brukus will also come and ask me, hey, okay, what is the way forward then? As if to say he's ready to actually move forward. People will say they are so proud with their chains. Their mental slavery, the mental slave, the chains. They are so proud in carrying it about with their big get. Empty pangoloets. On what solution? So what is now the solution? Alaye, the solution is that if I tell you, you do it, Abi. So if I tell you, you do it, so just go out there as you're watching this video, take your phone and walk out there now and look for any of those rogue politicians, drag them by their neck, make the video and send it to me. I'll tell you what to do next. That will tell me that you're actually going to do what I say. If anybody asks you what is now the way forward, tell them, go out there, grab your senator, buy the collar, and say, Mayegun, this is Akpabiole. The what? This is Akpabiole, is the thief. This is the Senate President of Nigeria. He's a thief. So what should I do to him? Then I'll tell you to leave him. So that means you are ready. Anything apart from that, you know, you cannot save those who don't actually see themselves as captured. You can never free those who don't see themselves as slaves. You can never free slaves who love their chains. And when they jump in and decide to start asking you stupid questions about their freedom, no, they love their oppressors more than they love their lives. Okay? They will lynch and kill for their oppressors. So do not listen to them when they ask for that, okay? Until the time they will no longer be able to. As for the Anioma debate, as for the Igbo debate, nobody is asking anybody to come and join them in any country. In a referendum, you will participate if you want to. There's not going to be anyone that will say you are this, you are that. No. The people actually know themselves. The problem is that Nigeria never allowed us to actually choose. Nigeria never allowed us to choose. And the divide and rule and the scare that comes with it, right? They were enough for some people to just keep their head low. And then they will use them whenever it is convenient like this. But I like the conversation. A lot of you are going to find out who you are for real. Hello.
Hello, Mayegun General. This is the African Wahala.
The African Wahala. Prince Adewale from Canada. How are you, Baba?
I'm fine, I'm doing very well, brother.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us. Okay.
Yeah.
Even though we are almost done, we only have just about 20 minutes to go. But yeah, let's do it. The African Wahala.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. I won't take time. Thank you for the show. And thank you for giving us a medium to speak to people, because that's what the call-in section of the program allows us to do.
That's right.
It gives us the opportunity to talk to those guys on TikTok, for example, that are still mentally
I can hear
enslaved.
you too.
So one of the prime examples that these politicians divide and conquer you, because you don't even know they do it to you, is when Tinubu came out with the slogan, Emi lo kan. What that meant was, it is my turn to be the president. And we all understand that Tinubu's only reason for wanting to be the president is for his own personal reasons. He wants that presidency to be on his resume at the end of his life. That's all. The only reason Tinubu wants to become the president is so that he can maybe brag about it, even though it makes no sense, because as a very old person, who are you going to be bragging to? Are you going to be bragging to your grandchildren or your friends? Oh, I was once a president. Nobody cares. It's completely useless. But let's forget about that. When Tinubu went to the palace of one of the fake kings in southwest Nigeria, the Awujale of Ijebuland, when he got to that palace, he said, Awalokan. So let me give you the difference. Emilokan means it is my turn. Awalokan means it is our turn. So basically, him saying Awalokan to the king in Ijebuland is trying to bundle all the people together to come support him, because it's not my turn, it is our turn as Yoruba people.
Just to give them the connection to it and give them sense of belonging.
Yes,
do everything
exactly.
to make that happen.
Exactly. And of course, the king, the fake kings, their job is to kiss the asses of these evil politicians, and they will tell their subjects. They expect us that are as educated and exposed as this to be their subjects, and they will tell us to go and vote for APC. Are you following?
Yeah,
so that's part of the strategies that these guys use to divide, conquer, and trick you into thinking that, oh, you are actually a part of the process. You're not. You're just another victim of the contraption. You will continue to go through the hell that comes with the contraption, and you can keep on pretending like everything is good, but eventually you will come to the reality. Thank you, my Igbo General. Thank you.
African Wahala. Thank you so much for that. Here is another caller on the line. Managing the time. I love that. Hello.
Hello, dear Baba Gbalagba.
Martinelli. How you doing, Baba?
Baba Gbalagba. I do okay, Baba. Good afternoon, Baba.
Good afternoon, sir. Please.
Thank you very, very much for this wonderful medium. Thank you for this wonderful broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I know it's afternoon, but you can always like the broadcast regardless of the time. Please, so hit the like button, guys. Thank you very, very much, Mayiko, for this wonderful broadcast. I was gonna come in singing, but
looks like you are almost out of breath right now. You couldn't even let this go. It seems you're on the road.
No. I'm actually at home. I'm doing one or two things. I'm just running around. So I just said, let me just grab
asking. Okay, let's do it quickly then.
I was gonna say, Gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀, Gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀, bí Nàìjíríà ṣe bàjẹ́, Gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀. Àwọn pásítọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀, àwọn workers lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀. Gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀, Gbogbo wa la lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀. Bàbá, bí Nàìjíríà ṣe bàjẹ́, everybody la lọ́wọ́ ńbẹ̀.
You know what?
Everybody when they talk say, oh, this country is too corrupt, it's too kineko. You are flying from America. Before you left America, you were on the queue. There were like 20 people in front of you. You didn't complain. You followed the queue, you scanned your passport, you went through. And all of a sudden you got to Nigeria and there are 5 people in front of you, and all of a sudden you're in a hurry, you're looking for officer to quickly bypass you to pay, and you are complaining that the government is corrupt. What is the color of your problem? What is the color of your problem? Everybody is shouting, we should create new states, we should do this, we should create new local government. Ladies and gentlemen, the local government that are existing before, how many schools do you have there? How many hospitals do you have there?
Ask them how viable they are.
What is going on in the existing local government and the existing state? What is the level of security in the states that you have already that you want to create new states? How is creating new states, how is that going to improve the economy of the nation as a whole, or the economy of that particular region that new state is going to be created?
See,
in the
Martinelli,
current
33 or 32 states, right, cannot pay the minimum wage that the people are asking for as we speak. In fact, 24 of them are currently owing their workers from months to years of unpaid 30,000 naira minimum wage. But let's create more states.